On this episode of Geek Dad Life, we're going to do a COVID-19 safety version of a toy show toy hunt. So it is Father's Day weekend in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we're going to have the first toy show that we've had in the state since the pandemic broke in early March of this year. And usually I will set up to sell at these shows. I did not feel comfortable this go around. Cases are spiking and all those kinds of things, but I still wanted to support the show and, the dealers. A lot of them are really good friends. I came in extra early this morning as things were still getting set up to kind of see if I can do some purchases with some of my toy dealer friends, make sure I can contribute to these, local businesses that really are the lifeblood of the collector community here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and support the show as well, while trying to keep socially distant and be as safe as possible. Let's go check out what's inside. There's a few things I'm looking for right now, and we'll see what we find on this socially distant, COVID-safe version of a toy show toy hunt. Let's go inside and see what they got. I found some of the things that I was looking for. Let's head back to the studio and see what we got. Alright, so we're back in the studio after picking up some items from my local toy show in Raleigh, North Carolina. First up are a couple things I got from my buddy Blake, who runs Blake's Toy Chest. He does a lot of vintage toys and action figures and stuff like that. He's a really good toy dealer in the North Carolina area. Actually owns a shop in Salisbury. I'll post a link to his Facebook page. So I got two things from him. One is something that he kind of pulled aside for me that he picked up a little while ago, and it is just the pack for the Kenner Proton pack. This is for my son Zach. I still have my original one from when I was a kid, but my son really wanted one, and I actually had an extra proton blaster or neutrino wand and a PKE meter, so all I needed was the pack, and I got the pack. Might do a little kind of quote-unquote restore, just getting new stickers for that fell off, but overall it's actually in really nice shape. The straps are still good, so a neat little pickup. I bundled that Proton pack with a Ace McCloud figure from Centurions. I remember for my toy room post, somebody mentioned that I didn't have any Centurions figures. Well, here you go. Solve that one for next year's toy room tour. But we got an Ace McCloud. This one is missing some pieces. I believe it's two little kind of red missiles on the side here, as well as a little double-barreled gun that he can hold and we can attach right there. But overall, these things are not very easy to find. These pieces fall off, they get lost. I've had a few just the figures, but nothing else. So I was pretty excited to pick this one up along with the Proton pack for a very reasonable price. So thank you, Blake, for hooking me up with these. Next up is a Super 7 Ultimate Skeletor. Let's see if I can back this up a little bit. But yes, I actually had an amazing collection of Masters of the Universe Classics figures. But when it came time to have my current toy room, when I moved into this house, I made the decision to really display my vintage Masters of the Universe collection, and that meant that I didn't have room for my classics collection, so I made the call to trade it. Essentially, I traded to my buddy John, who I do Toy Geeks with, and perfectly fine with it. Got some really awesome items to flesh out some of my other collections, but there are a couple that I do miss having, and one of them, of course, is Skeletor, and Super 7 did an awesome job on the Ultimate series. They are getting really, really pricey now, but overall, they just did a really good job. The thing I really like though is the Alcala head, and it also comes with a Skeletor head. He has the cloak. Like, it truly is the ultimate Skeletor. And so I would like to get the He-Man and the Skeletor from the Super 7 wave, just to get the two kind of main characters back, and just to have them to display. So, should I do a review of this on? Should I open it up and do a review? I mean, it's been around for a while. This is nothing new, but still, I think they did a really good job in getting all of these heads. And as somebody that subbed on the Masters of the Universe Classics lines since the beginning, it was really frustrating when they came with all these heads, because like we had to get figures to get these extra heads. But still, glad I could pick this one up for a very reasonable price from my buddy Jason. So thank you for the good deal on that. And then the one figure I really was hoping to find at this show was the Super 7 Toxic Crusaders Toxie Deluxe figure. Really excited that my buddy James had this figure here. I mean, love the work that Super 7 is doing. One of the tough parts about their pre-orders, though, is like you're buying it well in a year in advance, and I missed that window and just kind of regretted it immediately. So I was glad that I was able to find this Toxie at the show for a reasonable price, more than if I just would have pre-ordered the dang thing, but better than if I would have bought it for current prices, like on eBay and stuff like that. So either way, still excited about it. And I'll be doing a review of this figure on the channel this week, so be on the lookout for that. Gonna dig in a lot more to this figure, but still, for anyone that's a fan of Playmates in the 90s action figures, Toxic Crusaders, Toxie is one of the best, kind of underrated, but it's kind of he's getting his due, especially with this Super 7 Deluxe Toxie. But be on the lookout for that review later this week. James was also very kind to hook me up with this Battle Tribes figure by Spy Monkey Creations. If you don't know Spy Monkey Creations, I mean, they've been, especially on the Masters of the Universe side, around for a while. They kind of got their start making accessories for the Classics figures, but they've been making some awesome stuff. And James knows I'm a fan of Tron, so he hooked me up with this Battle Tribes figure, kind of in a translucent Tron-esque deco. So thank you, James, for that gift, belated birthday gift, which was really kind of him. So his store is Turbines to Speed. He sets up at some of the big conventions like Celebration and stuff like that. Really good guy, and so thanks for that, James. Again, be on the lookout for my review of the Toxie Deluxe figure later this week. If you want to see some my last toy hunt video, check that out right here, and then check out this video that YouTube wants you to see. And if you haven't done it already, hit like, hit subscribe, and click on that bell icon to be notified when the latest episode of Geek Dad Life drops. Happy Father's Day to all fathers out there, and until next time, hasta luego, and goodbye.